The Hitman World of Assassination trilogy is easily one of the best games I've played in years, and following the journey of not only Agent 47 but the team at IO Interactive over the course of the trilogy, going between multiple publishers and culminating in one game with all the content of all three entries with more on the way, has been astounding. So with that new content just now being revealed, I'd like to highlight one of the trilogy's most inventive missions and explain how it was very almost perfect. Halfway through Hitman 3, Agent 47 goes to meet with a contact at a petrol station in Germany. However, agents of 47's own agency have already arrived and are searching a nearby nightclub for 47 and his contact. 47's mission now is to identify these other agents and eliminate enough of them to make the rest scarper. This creates a unique scenario where you have to search the map with no guide to show you where the targets are. Even instinct mechanics don't help you find them, only track them once they've been identified. They can be identified by overhearing them talking to their team over the radio, or by finding clues about new staff and the like. After completion, the player is given other locations to start from, which will not only skip the opening approach to the club to speed up the repeat playthroughs the game heavily incentivizes, but it also will highlight all of the potential targets from the start to speed things along, even if you've never identified them before. I would have made it that the player must have eliminated a target once to make them appear, but that's pretty minor all things considered. The problem is that the hunting aspect is gone once you've found them all before, since even when starting from the petrol station to make the game not tell you where the targets are, they still appear in the same places every time. So even after having not played the game in a few months, I was able to identify a number of the targets on site, and could even target them again in the second playthrough I did for this, even without using instinct to spot them. I understand why it was done this way. The game's many challenges are often reliant on a target being in a certain area to have accidents before them, like dropping a bag of tools on them. This challenge would be unachievable in some runs if the game just happened to not place a target there. But imagine if the game had the option to be more random. What I would propose is an alternate version of the mission, or an alternate starting point, that completely randomizes the targets, effectively allowing the player to relive that first mysterious playthrough all over again. Obviously, some NPCs would need to be off limits, like people working behind desks that are in clear view of other NPCs that would be too difficult to eliminate without raising an alert, but most NPCs should be viable, or maybe you make it that silent assassin ratings aren't the goal here, just the thrill of the hunt, so you just have to do what you can, adding difficulty to create a struggle to succeed that implies the enemies are more of a threat than the average target. It's possible that such a thing wouldn't fit in the game's framework, but maybe in IOI's upcoming James Bond game they could find some room for that, maybe in a mission where Bond has to identify a number of Spectre agents to dispose of, because I think that would be a really cool, really memorable mission that would really utilise this concept to its fullest. But even without an option like this, you should definitely give Hitman 3 a go and get either the upgrade packs or the first two games to get all the content in one place. It's fantastic, and maybe my game of the year for last year? If you liked this video, why not subscribe and support me on Patreon like these fine people here? If not, then make sure to share it with your enemies so they can suffer along with you. Today's recommended videos are just a few cool ones on the Hitman series to highlight why you should give the series a try, especially now that the team aren't backed by a major publisher anymore. Give them your money!